People in that town still say, "Be kind to the one you despise today, for the world may surprise you tomorrow." And this story is the reason why. Once, in a quiet African town surrounded by tall trees and red-brown earth, there lived a young girl named Abeni. She was small, gentle, and soft-spoken. Everyone agreed she had the kind of beauty that came from inside, the kind of beauty that shone even when life pushed her down. Abeni lost both her parents when she was still a child. After their burial, she had no one left except her father's second wife, Iyalode, and Iyalode's daughter, Duni, who was the same age as her. From the very first day Abeni stepped into Iyalode's house, she knew she was not welcome. She felt it in the cold stare the woman gave her and in the way Duni's lips curved into a smirk as if she had just found a new toy to trouble. But Abeni had nowhere else to go. She entered the compound quietly, carrying her small load of clothes and memories, and she whispered to herself, "I will be strong. I will endure." She did not know that the road ahead would test her strength more than she imagined. Every morning, long before the cock crowed, Iyalode's voice echoed through the small house. "Abeni, wake up. Are you still sleeping? Rise and sweep the whole compound." Abeni would open her tired eyes, rub the sleep away, and begin the day's work. She swept the yard, fetched water from the faraway stream, washed clothes, cooked breakfast, tended the fire, cleaned the pots, and then ran to the market for errands. But when it was time for chores involving Duni, the story changed. "Duni is too delicate for hard work," Iyalode always said. "She must not stress her hands. Abeni will do it." So Abeni served Duni too. She washed Duni's clothes. She polished Duni's shoes. She braided Duni's hair. She even prepared Duni's bath water while Duni relaxed and applied oil to her face. And Duni enjoyed every moment of the power she had over her stepsister. Sometimes Duni would purposely spill her drink so she could shout, "Abeni, come and clean this. You want mother to beat you again?" Sometimes she tore her own clothes and accused Abeni. Other times she hid her own earrings and claimed the orphan stole them. Every lie Duni told, Iyalode believed immediately, and each time Abeni received the punishment. Sometimes it was harsh words, sharp like thorns. Sometimes it was hunger. She would be forced to sleep with an empty stomach while Duni enjoyed a plate full of meat. Sometimes, when Iyalode's anger rose too high, Abeni received a beating. The neighbors shook their heads and whispered, "That poor girl. Why treat her like that?" But they said it quietly, behind closed doors. No one challenged Iyalode. No one helped Abeni, and so the girl suffered in silence, carrying her pain like a secret stone in her chest. Despite everything, Abeni remained gentle. When children cried, she comforted them. When elders called for help, she answered. When people insulted her, she stayed calm. She believed firmly in one thing her late mother used to say: "Goodness is the only cloth that never tears." So she wore that cloth every day. If she found a hungry beggar by the roadside, she gave the person half of her own food, even though she barely ate. If someone needed water at the stream, she helped them fill their pot. If an elderly woman needed firewood, Abeni carried it for her. Her kindness spread quietly through the town, like the smell of warm bread. People noticed, but the ones who noticed the most were not the villagers. It was the royal family. In that same town lived Prince Adekunle, the only son of the king. He had just reached the age of marriage, and everyone expected him to choose a wife soon. But Prince Adekunle was not like other young men. He did not want a wife only because of beauty or loud confidence. He wanted a woman of good character, patience, and inner strength. Someone who would be a true partner in the future of the kingdom. The king and queen announced a grand festival, inviting all the young maidens of the town so the prince could meet them. The whole community became restless with excitement. Girls prepared their finest clothes. Mothers took their daughters to tailors. Sellers rushed to the market to buy beads, perfumes, and oils. Songs filled the air. Drums sounded every night. And no one was more excited than Iyalode and her daughter Duni. "This is the chance," Iyalode declared. "My daughter will become the next queen. Abeni, you must work harder than ever. We need time to make Duni look perfect." From that moment, Abeni's suffering doubled. While Duni slept, Abeni washed Duni's clothes. While Duni ate, Abeni cooked fresh meals for her. While Duni sat in the shade, Abeni ran all over town buying beads, fabrics, and cosmetics. No one considered that Abeni was also a young girl of marriageable age. No one cared that she too might want to attend the festival. To Iyalode and Duni, Abeni was not a daughter or sister. She was a servant. At last, the festival day arrived. The sky was bright, the drums thundered loudly, and people from nearby villages filled the king's courtyard. Duni wore her most expensive clothes. Her hair was decorated with bright beads. Her neck was heavy with ornaments. She looked beautiful, but her eyes carried the same pride and selfishness that always followed her. Abeni, on the other hand, wore her usual faded dress. Her hair was tied simply. She had no jewelry. "Stay home and finish the chores," Iyalode commanded. "You are not going anywhere near the palace. You will only embarrass us." Duni laughed. "Yes, stay here, orphan. Don't go near the prince. He will not even look at you." With that, the mother and daughter left for the festival. Abeni watched them go, her heart heavy. She quietly swept the compound. She washed the dishes. She gathered firewood, but as she worked, something inside her whispered softly, "Go to the festival. Just go and see. You deserve to see it too." She hesitated at first. What if Iyalode returned and punished her? What if Duni saw her and caused trouble? But the whisper inside her grew stronger. So when she finished her chores, she washed her face, straightened her simple dress, tied her scarf neatly, and walked toward the palace, not to compete, but to stand at the edge and watch the celebration from afar. She just wanted to feel the joy around her. She wanted to feel human again. The palace courtyard was crowded with beautiful maidens. They danced, smiled, sang, and displayed their finest qualities to impress the prince. Prince Adekunle stood in the center, watching everyone with a calm eye. But none of the girls touched his heart. Some were proud, some were boastful, some were only concerned with their looks. He sighed quietly. Then, as he walked around the courtyard greeting guests, something unusual caught his eye. A girl standing far at the back behind everyone, not dancing, not pushing forward, not seeking attention. Her dress was simple, her face was peaceful, her eyes gentle. It was Abeni. She had come only to watch, but somehow her quiet presence shone brighter than the loud beauty around her. The prince did not know who she was, but his heart felt drawn to her. He walked toward the back of the courtyard. People watched in surprise. Duni saw it too, and her face twisted with jealousy. When the prince reached Abeni, she quickly stepped aside. "Forgive me, my prince," she said softly. "I should not stand in your way." "You are not in my way," he replied, smiling. "May I know your name?" "My name is Abeni," she said, looking down shyly. They spoke for a long while. Her voice was soft, but her words were thoughtful. Her humility touched him deeply. Her kindness radiated naturally. And in that moment, the prince knew, this is the wife I have been searching for. The king and queen noticed their son's interest and approached. When they spoke with Abeni, they too were impressed by her manners and gentle spirit. Before the festival ended, the prince announced, "I have chosen my bride. Her name is Abeni." The entire courtyard erupted in shock. Duni could not believe it. She pushed through the crowd and shouted, "No, this cannot be." She is just a servant. She does not deserve the prince. Ialod rushed forward too. My prince, forgive the girl. She is not our daughter. She is an orphan we keep out of pity. She is not worthy of the palace. The prince looked at them calmly. Her character makes her worthy, and her heart is purer than gold. The queen added firmly, anyone who mistreats such a child brings shame upon themselves. People murmured. Whispers spread across the courtyard like wildfire. Duni ran away crying. Ialod stood frozen, humiliation washing over her like cold rain. But no matter their anger, the choice had been made. Destiny had spoken. Abeni was taken to the palace. She was bathed, clothed in fine garments, and treated with respect for the first time in her life. The royal family loved her. The servants admired her humility. The people of the town celebrated her. And as days turned to weeks, Abeni blossomed like a flower after Harmattan rain. She learned palace customs. She studied leadership. She worked with the queen in helping the poor. She became a symbol of hope, especially to young girls who felt invisible. When the wedding day finally arrived, the kingdom rejoiced. Drums echoed across the land. People danced from morning till night. Abeni, the once mistreated orphan, became the beloved wife of Prince Adakunla, the future queen of the land. After the wedding, Ialode and Duni lived in shame. People now saw their true characters clearly. But Abeni did not seek revenge. When the queen asked her what punishment should be given to them, she simply said, "Let them live in peace. I wish them no harm. I only ask that no other child suffers like I did." Her forgiveness surprised everyone, even the prince. But that was who Abeni was, a girl whose heart remained gentle even after great pain. The town never forgot what happened. Mothers told their daughters, fathers told their sons, elders told the children in the evenings, and the lesson remained the same. Beauty fades, but a good heart never fails. Abeni's story teaches that no matter how dark life becomes, dawn will always come for those who keep kindness in their hearts. And that is how the orphan girl, who once slept hungry, became the princess everyone loved.